So, hello there and welcome to Ívar's Fly Workshop. Today we are tying a fly which is called Galdralöpp, made by and designed by Jón Aðalsteinn. It's an Icelandic pattern. It's, reminds a little bit of the BBO hopper, but it's like a variation of BBO hopper, like a saturated, so it's it looks like this, and it has this foam cylinder on the back of it which keeps it floating. And as you see maybe on the cylinder, I chopped a little bit from the top of it and I made like a little cut in the middle of it with a really sharp knife just to slide it on the hook. It's easier to attach it that way. So it's like, sits like this on the hook before we attach it down with thread. And as we come in closer, you can, like we say, you can trim a little bit more of the hook, not the hook, but the cylinder. And it's a red foam cylinder we are using for it. And there is something with this color combination, it really works. I don't know why, but it's in stream water, it's really good fly for upstream fishing. So the thread we are using, it's an Uni 80 black, and for the hook we are using, that's an RX FW 580 number 10, so it's the wet fly version, even though it's a dry fly pattern. But the foam cylinder will just keep it floating. It works like a float just there on the back. And 80, like 72 10-year thread, is maybe like a little thin for it because you have to put like a little tension on the float there. So thicker thread is not, it's not like against any rules to use a thicker thread. Even it's better because you have to put like a tension on the foam to really attach it down. And as you see there, I'm taking the scissors, trimming a little bit just on the top of the foam, just to create like a platform to catch it with our thread there. And then we get more of it like under. It's a, I don't know, I haven't used super glue for this fly, but maybe just like a little drop of it just to keep it in place, I don't know. And that's how we attach the float or the foam cylinder. The body of the fly is originally made out of wool, black wool. But I found out through the years that the wool will absorb water, so it makes the fly heavier. So I've been using dub for the body. But then there is a palmering around the body of the fly, and that's a saddle feather, a black saddle feather. And because of the lighting I'm using for the tying, it looks like, I don't know, brownish. It's faking the color of the feather, but when I get the fly into the light box, the feather is in correct colors. And we'll be using like it's either, if you're dubbing it, I will be using either black sparkly dub or ice dub, or just black seal fur. I'm gonna use an ice dub for this one because it has this shiny sparkly effect, and the point by using the dub instead of wool is that the dub has it contains air in it, so it helps keeping the fly floating on the surface. And I don't know what it is with this fly, because it doesn't look like anything in the nature. We'll be adding the dub to the thread And it's okay to keep the top like a little bit thicker, like thick, because you want the fly to float, since it's a dry fly pattern, great for stream and creeks and running water fishing, excellent for upstream fishing. And we'll be using the rotary part of the vise. Make sure the hook point will not grab our top, so we'll just have to slide it there to the left, like this, just to secure that the top won't be ripped off the thread. Then we'll just rotate it around like so, and you see how it comes out. It's a black top, but with this sparkling kind of, I don't know, greenish sparkling color to it. And like I said, this fly doesn't look like anything in the nature, and there is something, I don't know what it is, there is something that irritates the fish or something, so it can't stand it. It's gonna go up after it and attack it. And this fly catches lots of brown trout. And we'll come with the second round of the dub. And it's okay to keep the dub on the body like thick, like I'm doing. At least this thick, in some cases even more bulkier. And I find this easier to dub with this rather than the seal's fur. And you get this shiny effect on the fly as well, both both with this feather and the body. Then you wrap the feather around the body, like I do it this tight, and it's okay to. It's a saddle feather, and I do like few wraps in the front to make it a little bit thicker there before we lock it in with our thread. But there, snap the feather. But I'll show you how to secure that. We'll just hold it in place with our finger, grab the hackle pliers, catch the rest of the remaining feather on the tip of it, just hold it, take the final wrap that we lost, and then secure that, catch it with our thread and secure that in place. And this feather, it's a saddle feather I'm using. Some feathers may work as well. Some dryfly, just like a black neck dryfly feather will do the same. But it needs then to be long enough to cover the whole body. And this fly reminds you like a little bit of, Black Zulu, for an example. But it's well, if it reminds you of Black Zulu, it's definitely gonna be working for, and it's definitely gonna be effective. And the fly is almost ready. We just have to do like a couple of whip finishes on the head of the fly. And since it's a dry fly, we are trying to limit the size of the head as much as possible, because we don't want the head to be too large. The float on the back, the foam cylinder, may be like slightly too long. I'm not gonna cut it or trim it down. I will just take the fly as it is out fishing, and with my scissors, which I always keep with me, you can make it like 2 millimeters shorter if it's not working. But the deal with this fly is that if it's if the foam cylinder is like too short, the fish won't be taking it. Not as much as it is like this size or a little bit smaller. I don't know why, and maybe it's good to don't know why, but that's how it goes with this fantastic fly by Jón Aðalsteinn. It's supposed to be kind of like an absurd size of the foam cylinder, and that's what triggers a fish to take it. It's something irritating a fish, I don't know. It can't stand it. In most cases, it's gonna go after it and gonna nail it just on the surface. It's really cool takes that you get on this fly. An Icelandic pattern, we're proud of it, and it's a really nice pattern. Totally recommend that if you are doing stream fishing or fishing in creeks or stream water, just have few of those in your box in size 10, 12, 14, even 16. And the foam cylinder size I'm using for this is a 6mm foam cylinder. So I guess this is about it. This is the Galdralöpp by Jón Aðalsteinn. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.